Okay, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome you all to English language class. Today our class is class number 14. Those who are watching live on Facebook and YouTube, welcome you all. This is also a very interesting class today. In this class, we learn how to make a friend. Let's suppose we are talking to someone, we are making conversation to someone. For example, we are conversating to someone on social media, through social media on different social apps, and when we are interacting to each other, so we have to ask some question regarding our likes, dislikes, our hobbies, and etc. When we are making someone a friend, so making friend means to know about each other. How we can know about each other while we are making a friend? So in this class, we learn different questions while we are making conversation. Which type of question we can ask from a person who is our friend or to whom we are going to make a friend? Which type of question we can ask? And what will be the possible answer to that question or to those questions? And we will also learn here how we make communication to a person who is already our friend or to whom we make a friendship. A person who is a new friend in our friend list, how we invite him for different events, different type of activities, and at the end we practice some pronunciation words. Besides this, we have arranged here a presentation program for learner because now we are going through 14 class, so it is very much essential that you people come here in front of camera, in front of whiteboard, present your views, share your views about the specific type of your activities or anyone else on a general topic. You can share your views. So coming to our main topic, making friends in English. Friendly questions. So what type of question we can ask from a person? I write here different type of question and their possible answers to the right side. So first we will discuss these questions and then we will discuss the possible answer of these questions. So this is a very short lecture for today. What do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? It means actually we are asking about someone's hobbies. What are his hobbies or what is his hobbies? In this question, may be asked from a person who is your friend or who is new in your friend list, and do you want to know something about your friend, your new friend or your friend who is already in your friend list, and you want to know about his hobbies? So you can, instead of asking this question, you can ask a question like this: what do you do for fun? It means that what do you do in your leisure time, or what are your hobbies? Actually, we are asking from him what are your hobbies or what is your hobby, a specific action or habit. And next question is, what do you like to do for fun? This is also the same question like question number 1. In this question we are also asking him about his hobbies. So in two different ways we can ask a question. We can ask a question about his or her hobbies. The next question is, what do you do last weekend? So when someone is a friend with us and we spend a lot of activities are so, when we are live with each other, we are conversating with each other, so we can ask him about his weekend activities, what he has done at his weekend. So when we are asking about someone activities in the past, what he has done, so we can ask about that activities. And like this question, we can ask him, what do you do last weekend? What do you do last year? What do you do last Friday? What do you do last Saturday? What do you do last Monday? You can say, what do you do last month? So actually you are asking about his past activities which he had done. And the next question is, what do you do since the last time I saw you? It is also about the question of past activities. In this question, we will also asking from him about his past activities. What are his past activities in the last weekend, in the last month, in the last night, in the previous night, or in the last year when I saw him or her. And this is another question, a friendly question you can ask from your friend. How have you been? How have you been? It means that you are asking about his activities, whether his activities are good, whether his experience is bad, whether his experience was pleasurable, whether his experience was very much excited about his activities. So the meaning of this question is, how have you been? It is not that कि उर्दू में जैसे पूछते हैं कि हम कहते हैं उर्दू में कि आपका वक्त कैसा गुजरा था, आपने इवेंट पे कैसा जो वक्त गुजारा, आपने कैसा एंजॉय किया, और आपका दिन कैसा रहा, या आपका जो है वो हफ्ता कैसा रहा, आपकी छुट्टी कैसी रही. तो हम ये पूछते हैं, how have you been? And the next question is similar to question number 5. There is a little bit difference in this question. We are discussing what is the difference between these two questions. How have you been and what have you been up to? So what is the basic difference between these two questions? Actually, in this question, we are asking from him about his activities or his habits or his experience in about a past event. But in this question, we are specifically asking about his activities. When we are asking this question, what have you been up to? It means that कि हम किसी बंदे की एक्टिविटीज के बारे में पूछें कि आप पढ़ते रहे जी, आप पढ़ाई आपकी कैसी रही, आपका जो है वो शिकार पे गए हुए थे वो कैसा रहा, आप पढ़ाई करते रहे, आप जो है वो एक इवेंट पे गए हुए थे, आपकी सिंगिंग थी, आपकी परफॉर्मेंस कैसी रही. और इस तरह की चीज़ों की एक्टिविटीज़ के हवाले से जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं हम किसी दोस्त से, किसी फ्रेंड से, तो हम इस तरह से पूछते हैं. इसका मतलब ये होगा कि आपका जो सरगर्मी थी पिछले हफ्ते, आपकी जो एक्टिविटी पिछले हफ्ते या कल थी या गुज़िश्ता थी जो गुजर चुकी है, जो आपने कर लिया है, तो वो कैसी गुजरी है. तो बेसिकली हम उसके बाद, लेकिन जब हम जनरल उससे क्वेश्चन करते हैं कि आपका दिन कैसा गुजरा, या आपकी एक्टिविटी, या आपकी जो है वो एक इवेंट कैसा गुजरा, तो फिर हम क्वेश्चन करते हैं. The next one is, how was your trade party event? So this is also another question. We can ask about someone activities in the past. And the last question is, do you use social media? Actually, this question we can ask this question from a person who is new in our friend list. For example, we are conversating with a new friend, and if he want to share his personal information with us, so we can ask this question, and if he say yes, I am using WhatsApp, or he may answer to yeah, no, not. It means that he is not sharing his personal information with you, his social media account or his any other social media tool or his identity with you. So if you are asking this question, and if someone is replying in positive, in yes, So you can further ask about what is your WhatsApp number, what is your social media account, what is your Facebook account, what is your Insta account. You can ask, you may ask. But if he denies that I didn't use any social media platform, it means that the person who is new in your friend list and he didn't want to share his social media account or his identity with you. So there is no use to bother him anymore if you want to be a friend with him. Okay, so remember this question. And now how we will answer to these questions? What will our pattern? What will be our pattern of answering to these questions? So the possible pattern of answering to these questions is, first you can answer it is when someone asks, what do you do for fun? Or he asks, what do you like to do for fun? You can answer, you can reply him, I like to, and you can reply him in two ways. That is like plus 2 plus V1. Like plus 2 plus V1. Or you can answer him like plus V4 means Jared. You can answer him, I like to take part in fishing activities. Or you can say, I like fishing. I like fishing. You can say, I like hunting. I like reading. I like studying. I like adventuring. So, if you are reply in this way, like plus, so you must mention V4 after like. And if you are using this form, like plus 2, and after 2 you must use first form infinitive. You can say, I like to talk, I like to take photos, I like to eat, I like to drink, I like to play, I like to read. इसका स्पेसिफिक इन दो सवालों का जवाब आप ऐसे देंगे जब आपसे कोई पूछता है कि ये आपकी हॉबीज क्या है, यानी आप क्या करते रहते हैं, तो आप उसे कहेंगे कि मैं या तो आप लाइक प्लस 2 के साथ V1 लगा के आंसर करेंगे। आप ऐसा नहीं करेंगे, आप कहेंगे आई लाइक टू स्विमिंग, तो ये ग्रामेटिकली स्ट्रक्चर भी गलत हो जाएगी और आपका जो है वो आंसर भी नहीं बन पाएगा। तो इसलिए अगर आप लिखेंगे, आप बोलेंगे आई लाइक टू, तो आगे आपने फर्स्ट फॉर्म लगानी, इसके V1 लगाने। आई लाइक टू स्विम, आई लाइक टू टॉक, आई लाइक टू टेक फोटो, आई लाइक टू ईट, आई लाइक टू ड्रिंक, आई लाइक टू प्ले। तो फर्स्ट फॉर्म आपने लगानी है अगर लाइक 2 के साथ आंसर करेंगे किसी को। अगर आप लाइक के साथ आंसर करते हैं तो आगे आपने जेरेड इस्तेमाल करना है। आप लिखे ना आई लाइक रीडिंग, आई लाइक हंटिंग, आई लाइक hiking, I like adventuring, I like swimming, I like walking. So you can use this. Some people use this term. Note there, this term isn't used for showing your hobbies. Some people may use this term. They use it, I am hanging around. I like hanging around. हैंगिंग अराउंड का बेसिकली मतलब क्या होता है पता है? कोई मशहूर लोग जो होते हैं ना, जब वो किसी जगह के इर्द गिर्द घूमते हैं तो उनके लिए ये वर्ड इस्तेमाल होता है। फॉर सस्पिशियस पर्सन वी कैन से some people are hanging around the academy। तो इसका मतलब है वो कोई मशहूर लोग हैं, वो किसी इलिसिट एक्टिविटी में इन्वॉल्व हैं, तो वो घूम रहे हैं, कोई मुश्तबा अफराद हैं। तो अपने लिए कभी भी ये वर्ड इस्तेमाल न करें, ये बहुत कॉमन वर्ड लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं और ये अपने आप को आप ये समझते हैं जैसे आप कोई जुर्म करने जा रहे हैं, यानी कोई जुर्म करने जो बंदा जाता है ना वो ये वर्ड इस्तेमाल करते हैं। मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों से सुना, वो कहते हैं आई लाइक टू हैंगिंग, आई लाइक टू हैंग अराउंड हियर, और या ये कहते हैं आई लाइक हैंगिंग अराउंड। तो हैंगिंग अराउंड उन लोगों के लिए इस्तेमाल होता है जो मतलब किसी मुश्तबा काम के लिए जाते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम कहते हैं देयर आर सम पीपल हैंगिंग अराउंड द स्कूल। इसका मतलब वो कोई डाकू हो सकते हैं, कोई चोर हो सकते हैं, कोई इलीगल एक्टिविटी में इन्वॉल्व हो सकते हैं, इस तरह। तो ये वर्ड कभी भी इस्तेमाल न करें अपनी हॉबीज के लिए। इसको वेंडरिंग के सेंस में लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं। वेंडरिंग का मतलब ये होता है, मैं आपको वेंडरिंग का मतलब समझाऊं। वेंडरिंग का मतलब ये होता है कि आप एम एंडलेसली किसी जगह पे घूम रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप पहाड़ों में चले गए, कोई मकसद नहीं था, और आप कहते हैं आई वेंडर लोनली एज अ क्लाउड। तो विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ की एक पोएम भी है ना, वो क्या कहते हैं, आई वेंडर लोनली एज अ क्लाउड। तो वो ये वेंडर इसके साथ नहीं मीनिंग वेंडर का। वेंडर का मतलब ये होता है कि हम कहते हैं स्टार्स आर वेंडरिंग अराउंड इन द स्काई। स्टार जो है वो स्काई में घूमते रहते हैं, उनका कोई मकसद नहीं है, वो रोटेशन में रहते हैं। तो जब आप वेंडरिंग का वर्ड इस्तेमाल करें तो उसका हरगिज़ मतलब नहीं है हैंगिंग अराउंड, और हैंगिंग अराउंड का हरगिज़ मतलब नहीं है वेंडरिंग। इसका मतलब ये है कि सस्पिशियस एक्टिविटीज करने वाले लोग जो हैं उनके लिए आप हैंगिंग अराउंड का वर्ड इस्तेमाल करेंगे। नाउ कमिंग टू नेक्स्ट पॉसिबल आंसर, if someone asks a question, what do you do last weekend, or what do you do since the last time I saw you, how you will answer to these questions? So your answer must be in simple past tense, because he is asking about definite point of time. Remember here a grammatical point of view. When you are asking, when you are talking about a completed action, and in that completed action you are mentioning the definite time period. जब आप किसी completed action के बारे में बात करते हैं और उसमें अगर आपने definite time period mention कर लिया है, फिर आप उसको present perfect में नहीं आंसर करेंगे, आप उसको किस में आंसर करेंगे, past में। देखिए ये पूछ कैसे रहा है, what do you do last week, and I कह what do you do since the last time I saw you। तो ये weekend में इसने last weekend जो है ये definite time है, तो डेफिनेट टाइम के बारे में जब पास्ट कंप्लीट एक्शन के बारे में बात करते हैं उसमें डेफिनेट टाइम आ जाता है, तो सिंपल पास्ट में उसका आंसर करते हैं। तो आप ऐसे कहेंगे आई मेट अप विद माय फ्रेंड, वी हैड डिनर टुगेदर। मैं अपने दोस्त से मिला था, फिर हमने मिलकर जो खाना खाया था। वी हैड डिनर टुगेदर, वी हैड बारबेक्यू पार्टी टुगेदर, वी हैड एडवेंचर टुगेदर, we had a party together. So you can answer, but your tense must be simple past when you are replying to these two questions. Your answer must be in simple past tense. Okay, the next one is how have you been, or what have you been up to. In this situation you will answer I is the shortened form, contracted form of I have. You can say I've been good, I've been busy, I've been tired, I've been better. So you are talking about your past activities, habits, if someone asking this question. And the next one is you can reply you, he, something. I have been plus activity. You can say I have been reading, I have been hunting, I have been studying, and do not use infinitive form, that is V1. Do not use I have been studying, I have been hunt, I have been read. So जब आप इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर करेंगे तो आपकी स्ट्रक्चर क्या होनी चाहिए, subject plus have been plus activity and V4 form, and इसके साथ आप जो है वो infinitive hardis इस्तेमाल न करें, V1 जो है वो आप hardis इस्तेमाल न करें। When you are making invitations, for example, you make a friend, a new one, and you want to make an invitation, you want to give him an invitation about a specific program, about a specific event. So how you will invite him? The first method to invite your friend, invite your old friend or a new friend. You can say, by the way, are you doing anything on, and the name of day. By the way, are you doing anything on Monday? It means that you are inviting him for an event. You can say, by the way, you are doing anything on Saturday? On Saturday? Okay. He definitely answer yes or no, and then you will conversate further. The next application method is, hey, do you wanna get a drink? Do you wanna get a lunch? Do you wanna get a dinner? And you can say grab a drink, or grab a dinner, or grab a lunch, or grab a party, you can say. Okay. The next one is, are you free for lunch sometime this week or next? Next means the next week. So you can invite your friend in this way. And the next one is, I'm gonna grab dinner in your neighborhood tonight. Do you wanna join me? This is also an invitation. You are inviting indirectly someone. For example, your friend is living in an area where you have been invited for a dinner. So you can also you want to invite him in your party. So you can say, I'm gonna grab dinner in your neighborhood tonight. Do you wanna join me? This is contraction form of want to, so we can use this in conversation wanna. And the last one is, sorry for the short notice, but I'm going to talk show tomorrow. And do you wanna go with me? This is also a type of invitation. And the last one is, when your friends are sitting in a group and you want to invite to all your friends in an event or in a party, so must use this pattern when you are asking from a group of your friends. Let's suppose you are sitting and I am asking, does anyone want to go for hiking? So you must follow this pattern. Does anyone want to go for hiking? You cannot say, do anyone? You cannot say do. You cannot say did. Did anyone? You cannot use did or do for a group chat. So when you are inviting your friends and from a group, let's suppose you are friends sitting and I'm invited to all of you and I say, does anyone want to go for hiking? Does anyone want to go for a picnic? Does anyone want to go for a lunch? Does anyone want to go for a tour? Does anyone want to go for a group study? So whatever you want to ask from a group of people, always use this pattern. Do not use these two words, do and didn't. You cannot say, do anyone want to go for hiking? This is incorrect. You cannot say, did anyone want to go for hiking? This is also incorrect. Why we do not use these two words, do and didn't? Because do is used in plural. When we are asking anyone, it means a single person. So that's why we will use here does. And did is a past question. And we cannot ask a question about coming event or about a future program in past tense. Okay, in past tense, we always talk about the finished action which have definite period of time. So this is all about making friends in English and possible friendly question you may ask from your friend and the possible answer you can reply with these possible answer or you may reply with these answer, these type of answer when someone asking these type of questions from you people and you people can simply reply in this way. So we will revise it in a quick review. That here is a picture for when someone is asking a time from you in English, how you will told him the time. So today we will learn the basic point. When we divide a clock into 4 types, into 4 pieces or 4 cut, so each cut is known as quarter. Each cut is known as quarter. So when someone is asking about the time from before 12 o'clock or 12 a.m. or 12 o'clock, and what will be our reply? And when he is asking the needles of the watch is around above or past 12, how we may reply? फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक बंदा आपसे ये सवाल करता है कि 12 बजने में भी 15 मिनट रहते हैं या 9 बजने में भी 15 मिनट रहते हैं, पहले एक चीज़ सीखिएगा, या 12 बज के 15 मिनट हो गए या जो है वो आप जो है वो 12:30 बजे तक 15 मिनट रहते हैं, तो आप कैसे आंसर करेंगे? तो जब घड़ी को 4 हिस्सों में डिवाइड कर देते हैं तो हर एक हिस्से को क्वार्टर कहा जाता है। क्या कहा जाता है? यदि 15 मिनट रहते हैं तो आप कहेंगे 8 quarter to 12, 8 quarter to 12। इसका मतलब ये होगा कि 15 मिनट रहते हैं। कितना टाइम रहते हैं? आप कहेंगे 8 quarter to 9, 8 quarter to 9। इसका मतलब है 9:45 तक पहुंचने में कितना टाइम लगेगा? अगर यहाँ से आगे चले गए 12:15 के बारे में कुछ पूछ रहे, 12:15 के बारे में पूछ रहे, तो आप कहेंगे 8 past, ये तो क्या है? 8 quarter to 12। तो आप कहेंगे 8 past quarter to 12, 8 past quarter to 12। यानी ये 12 से आगे पास्ट हो गया, अभी पास्ट हो रहा है ना, आगे चल रहा है। तो क्वार्टर जो है वो एक हिस्से को बोलते हैं, एक हिस्से। इस तरह से ये हमने सिर्फ क्वार्टर के बारे में बात करना सीखी है। 1 by 1 हर एक पॉइंट पे हम रोज थोड़ा थोड़ा बात करेंगे कि हर पॉइंट पे कैसे बात करते हैं। अभी हमने सिर्फ क्वार्टर के बारे में सीखा कि क्वार्टर के बारे में कैसे बात करते हैं। तो ये एक छोटी सी बात दरम्यान में थी, मैंने कहा चले आप बता दूँ। प्रोनाउंसिएशन पे आ जाए, ये वर्ड लिखे हुए प्रोनाउंसिएशन की प्रैक्टिस के। तो सबसे पहले ये वर्ड आप मेरे साथ पढ़ें। आप कैसे पढ़ते हैं? अगर इसमें ठीक है तो ठीक है, नहीं तो हम इनको करेक्ट करेंगे। इस वर्ड को क्या पढ़ेंगे? नेगोशिएशन, नेगोटिएशन। ये तो क्षण पढ़ रहे हैं, ये टांग पढ़ रहे हैं, ये क्या पढ़ते हैं? ब्रेक, ये कोलीन, ये क्या है? मिसलेनियस, ये क्या है? रियल, ये क्या है? वोकैबुलरी, ये क्या है? वर्ड, ये क्या है? ये क्या है? एक्सरिंग तो मतलब है क्रॉसिंग। इंग्लिश में कुछ कंट्रैक्शन होती है। एक्सी लिखा हो तो क्या मतलब होता है? और एक्स ड्रेसर लिखा हो तो क्या मतलब होता है? क्रॉस ड्रेसर। एक्स फर लिखा हो तो क्या मतलब होता है? एक्स मीट लिखा हो तो क्या मतलब होता है? और ये क्या है? ये क्या है? पढ़ते हैं। नेगोशिएशन, करेक्ट प्रोनाउंसिएशन क्या है? नेगोशिएशन नहीं है, TIA। किसी भी जगह सीन की साउंड नहीं देता, शन की साउंड दे सकता है। क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन, शन और चन, ये दो साउंड देता है TION। तो TIA, TION ये दो साउंड देते हैं। आप कहेंगे नेगोशिएशन। करेक्ट प्रोनाउंसिएशन क्या है? नेगोशिएशन, नेगोशिएशन। Native speaker accent must be as negotiation, negotiation. And this is breakfast, breakfast, breakfast. Colleague, not colleague, colleague. C always produce the sound of ka. Colleague, colleague, not colleague, colleague.
What is the meaning of colleague?
Colleague, the person who are working together. For example, teachers are working together, they are colleague to each other. Okay, colleague. Miscellaneous, 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 not miscellaneous, miscellaneous. What is this? Trailer, 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 not trailer, trailer. Vocabulary, vocabulary. Word, not word. Word, word. This is X box. Crossing. This is cross country. Cross vessel. Transfer. Transmit. Xerox. XE sometimes give the sound of Z. Xerox. Xiaomi. Xerox. Xiaomi. So now repeat one time again. Negotiation. Breakfast. Miscellaneous. Vocabulary. Xbox. Meme. What is mean by Xbox? Xbox mean Xbox. X-I-N-D mean crossing. XC cross country. X for transfer. Xerox, Xeon. Colleague, reader, word, and expressor, crosspressor, X-mate transfer. So this is pronunciation practice class. Practice this these words as you when you are at home. Practice these words. So this is very much necessary, and you also search native accent when you are practicing these words, and this is very much important. After making practice, you will be able to pronounce these words. So this is today lesson about making friends in English. When we are conversating with someone, when we are having a chat with someone through social media account or any other medium of communication, so we can ask different questions from our friend in English and their possible answer. If someone is asking a question from us, our possible answer must be like these answers. And if we are making an invitation to someone who is our friend, and we can invite him with the help of these questions. So these are basic questions for making invitation to someone. So when we are making invitation to a group chat, and our friends are sitting in a group, or they are chatting in a group, and we are asking a question from the group, so we can ask a question in this way. So and this is all about for today's class. Now you people one by one can hear and present some specific topic in front of the class, because our class is 14th class, and after 14th class you must be able to speak in front of the class. So number one, Mr. Lukman Abbas. Yes, he will come here and he will present and
एक मिनट
I want to talk about something, Mr. Mohammad Lukman. What's your full name? Lukman Malpurvasi. He is a very sharp and intelligent boy. He took only 6 classes, I think. And now our class is class number 14. And after taking 6 classes, he is able to speak in front of the class, and this is very much inspiration for all the classmates and for all those who are watching through live. So he will present here his lecture in English. So be ready, Lukman.
In the name of Allah, who is the most beneficent and merciful. Respected teachers and my dear fellows, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Lukman Maruf and I am from middle grade. I am here to give a presentation on our topic entrepreneurship. The topic will cover with 3 parts. The topic will cover with subtopics.
Board marker as well. Okay, you can use. Okay, and raise the. Okay. Erase the board and then. Wait a minute. Okay. Raise it. Okay. If enough space you have, so write your topic here and then present it. What is your topic? Entrepreneurship. So he is presenting entrepreneurship in front of the class, and he is sharing his views in front of the class about entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? And
So my topic is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a short form of
move towards
entrepreneurship.
camera.
Short form of entrepreneurship is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a person who create a new business according to risks. So first subtopic of the entrepreneurship is small business entrepreneurship. Small business entrepreneurship is a type of entrepreneurship. This includes bakeries,
no, they are saying that there is no question. Okay, thank you very much, and you did a marvelous job. Now the next one, you please come here and present your presentation. Okay. From the girl side, you may come. Okay. And okay, very good. She is going to teach you something okay, you can teach orally and hold this mic and you can hold this mic in your hand and no issue. And you are presenting what's your topic? What's your topic?
Hello everyone, I am Reina. In this lesson, I am going to talk about 3 common expressions that use the word make. Let's get started. Okay, the first expression to talk about is very common, one we use for meal. The expression is to make meal. This can be to make breakfast, to make lunch or dinner. This means to cook that meal or to prepare that meal. Okay, for example, in past sentence, I made dinner last night. Okay, the second expression is to make a plan. To make a plan, just need to create a plan. So this can be a plan for anything, for travel, for work, for studies. To make a plan. Mean to create a plan. For example, I made a plan for the weekend. Okay, third expression is to make a reservation, means to reserve something. So we use the expression when we are calling this restaurant or cafe, hotel. We will use this for any time to reserve something. Example, hello, I am calling to make a reservation. This is an expression that's very commonly used to be in a conversation on the phone. So you can use this in any situation. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Stand still here. Stay. You teach the class the use of different uses of make. Okay, today. So first use you can use. You said that first use is we can use this for food. To cook food, which means that when we are saying we are making the food, it means that we are cooking the food. And the second one, you say that when we are making a plane or when we are creating a plane, we can use this word made also for creating a plane. We can use this to make a plane or to create a plane. So this was your second use of make. And your third use of make was that you use the word make for making a reservation. So how you will make a reservation on phone or please explain to the class a little bit. How you will make a reservation? For example, you are calling to an office or you can for an air ticket or for a train ticket. How you will talk to him on the phone, on the mobile phone? Do you know how to talk on the mobile phone? You didn't. So please tell him how he will talk on the phone, how he will conversate on the phone. Okay. I will tell you that when you are making a call to an office to a, for example, for making a reservation to an hotel, you can say, hello, I am Mr. With your name, and I want to reserve 2 tables for 4 people. You can say, I want to reserve 2 seats in a business class. You can say, I want to reserve 4 seats in an economy class. So you can say in this way when you are making a reservation to an office or to an hotel. Okay, so very good. You did very well in the class. This was your first time when you are in front of the audience, in front of the students. So this is a very good job because this is very hard to speak in front of audience. This is a fear of stage. This is a fear of camera, and people are watching you live. and they can ask question, they are allowed to ask question, they may ask question, but in the next time, inshallah, you will be able to speak without any help, without any assistance. So you did very well, and the next speaker of today's class is, who will come here? Fiza, please can come here, and Fiza is the next speaker. So Fiza has taken around about 10 classes in spoken course. So she is also here to present something. So what is your topic of presentation? Respect. So he is talking something. He is sharing some views about the word respect. That is very common word. This respect. So please share your views about this common expression. What is meant by respect? So. Very good. It's no matter you are reading from a paper, because it's your first time and you can read from your paper.
Now we want to talk about respecting yourself before we can
because this is logical wording, and this is not from any source of material user. This is not you are making a copy from a source, any source of material or anything else. This is your wording and you can read it. Okay?
before we can
Carry on.
respect others, we must respect ourselves, and this is the thing we should learn, that how can we respect others. You learn that how can we respect other emotions. We can being kind to others and not using making fun of studying is the best way to respect others. Respect, a very famous quote is, respect is one of the greatest expression in love.
Okay, very good. You also did well. Next time you try to speak without a cheat. So all sensible people may read from the written material, but it is a worth thing when you are reading from a paper. But when you are giving a presentation, it must be oral, and you should use the blackboard. So next time you will be able to use the blackboard. So our next speaker today class is Zainab. So Zainab is saying that come here and say a few words, okay? If you are not presenting today, then definitely tomorrow will be your turn. And you must prepare yourself for tomorrow, okay? Now the next audience is Alina, okay? Alina is also a very good student, and he tried to speak already, and he is also using Blackboard. And what's your topic of education? So today he is sharing his views on education. Okay, very good.
Starting with the greatest name of Allah, who is the most merciful and the creator of this world. Hello everyone, my name is Alina and I am a student of class 10th.
Good, very good, very good. Very good. This is very good introduction. So you did very well, and continue. Okay, you can.
Page later.
You can read it from your page.
No,
No, man.
no issue, page.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. So it's your first time. You can read it from your prepared material. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन मूव टू नेक्स्ट तो नेक्स्ट
बच्चे आप देख के पढ़ रहे हो इशू
It sharps human mind and gets them ready to face the challenges. Then we discuss about the importance of education. Education is the most important tool to enhance the human's knowledge. It helps a person take a better and informed decisions with the use of their knowledge. Education helps in making a person independent. Education also enhances the self-confidence of a person. An educated person has a lot of job opportunities waiting for them on the other side of the road. Education helps us to enhance the right path and look at the things from various viewpoints. And last, I'd like to conclude my presentation if there are any questions.
If you have any question, you are allowed to ask question about this specific topic education.
If there is no question, okay, thank you and allow.
Okay.
वेल डन बच्चे बहुत
बहुत
अच्छे
अच्छे। ये असल में आपको जो लोग देख रहे हैं उनको मैं एक बात ये मैसेज करना चाहता हूँ। असल में ये मसला नहीं है, ये इन स्टूडेंट्स का फियर जो है वो हमने तोड़ना है, इनके फियर को ओवरकम करना है। तो बेशक ये इनकी पहली दफ़ा ऐसा हुआ है कि इन्होंने आके कन्वर्सेट किया है और पेपर से किया है, तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात होती है कि आप पहली दफ़ा आके और फर्स्ट टाइम में ही कैमरे के आगे आके आप बात करते हैं। तो बेसिकली मेरा मकसद ये था कि मैं आप लोगों के फियर को तोड़ूं। जब आपका फियर जो है वो खौफ जो है वो टूट जाएगा तो फिर आप कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं। और आप जो है वो यानी आपने बहुत अच्छा तैयार किया हुआ था, टॉपिक से लग रहा है आपकी वर्डिंग बहुत अच्छी थी और आपने जो कुछ तैयार किया यानी वो कोई रटाया नहीं था और आपने खुद ही से जो है वो यानी पूरी एक्सप्रेशन जो मैंने बताई है किसी चीज़ के इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए आपने सारी एक्सप्रेशन इस्तेमाल की हैं। लेकिन ये थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम ये स्टूडेंट के साथ होता है कि आपको फियर ऑफ स्टेज होता है या फियर ऑफ कैमरा होता है। तो कैमरे के सामने तो बड़े बड़े लोग आके बातें कर देते हैं। पिछले दिनों कल परसों की बात है, एक टीचर था, उसने धरने में टीचर का प्रोटेस्ट लगा हुआ था, वहाँ आके उसने इंग्लिश बोली तो सब लोगों ने जो कह दिया। हालांकि उसकी एक बड़ी ये भी एक बहुत बड़ी बात होती है कि गलत बोला ये सही बोला ये अलग डिबेट है, लेकिन उसने आके एक बात की है और कैमरे के सामने आके एक इंटरव्यू दिया है और अपनी बात प्रेजेंट की है। तो इसमें तो कोई मसला नहीं है अगर बात गलत भी हो जाती है। ये एक लैंग्वेज हम सीख रहे हैं, हम लर्निंग के प्रोसेस से चल रहे हैं। बहुत सारी गलतियाँ ऐसी हैं जो मुझसे होंगी, बहुत सारी गलतियाँ आपसे होंगी। तो आपका ये जो स्टूडेंट यहाँ स्टेज पे आए हैं उनका फियर जो है वो कम हुआ है। नेक्स्ट टाइम जो है वो इंशाल्लाह इससे अच्छा परफॉर्म करेंगे। और जो हमारे स्टूडेंट रहते हैं वो कल की क्लास में और ये सहर ज़ैनब और ये ज़हरा गिलानी और सहर नवीद और आप और दो और भी हैं, वो भी मेरे ख्याल में मिसिंग। तो ये देखिए ये फियर और कम हो गया, अभी आपको खौफ नहीं है। मतलब ये यानी आपको किसी भी चीज़ में जब तक आपका खौफ नहीं तोड़ा जाता ना, वो उसमें भी ये हो गया है। उमर ख़याम की रवायात में कि वो जहाज़ में सफ़र कर रहे थे तो वहाँ पे एक गुलाम था जो बड़ा शोर मचा रहा था, पानी का तूफान आ गया। तो उमर ख़याम भी उसी जहाज़ में था, तो बादशाह बड़ा परेशान था क्या करें इसके साथ। तो उमर ख़याम ने कहा बादशाह से अगर मुझे इजाज़त हो तो मैं इस बंदे को खामोश करवा सकता हूँ। उसने कहा क्या? उसने कहा इसको उठाओ और उठा के पानी में फेंको। और उन्होंने उस बंदे को उठाया और पानी में फेंक दिया। जब वो डूबने लगा तो उसे निकाल दिया, उसे निकाला और वो कश्ती में ऐसे खामोश होकर बैठ गया। बादशाह बड़ा हैरान हुआ कि यार ये इतना चीख चिल्ला रहा था, तुमने इसे 2 मिनट में खामोश करवा दी। उसने कहा जी इसको पहले खौफ था, जब इसने खौफ का मुकाबला किया तो इसका खौफ खत्म हो गया। इसने कभी तूफान ही नहीं देखा था, ये पहली दफ़ा इसका तूफान के साथ सामना हुआ। आपने कभी तूफान ही नहीं देखा ये वाला। ये जो तूफान अभी जिस तूफान में मैंने आपको उठा के फेंका है, ये तूफान आपने पहले नहीं देखा, लेकिन अभी मैंने आपको फेंक दिया, आपका खौफ खत्म हो गया। अगली दफ़ा आप आएंगे, आप थोड़ा सा और अच्छा बोलेंगे, उससे और अच्छा बोलेंगे, उससे और अच्छा बोलेंगे। तो ये आपके लिए एक प्रैक्टिस क्लास है, इसमें आप जैसे बोलें आके बेशक ग्रामेटिकली गलतियाँ करें, कोई वर्ड उर्दू का बीच में बोल दें, जितनी भी गलतियाँ आप करते हैं करें, यहीं से आप सीखेंगे और एक दिन ऐसा होगा कि आप फ्लुएंटली बोलेंगे और लोग आपको सुनेंगे। और इंशाल्लाह तो ये आज की क्लास के लिए तो फिर इंशाल्लाह की क्लास में